A deeply shaken Charity Dingle has left the village behind as she struggles to cope with the devastating events that have turned her life upside down. The much-loved resident has been on a downward spiral ever since she was sexually assaulted by Doctor Caitlin Todd. Following the attack, Charity went straight to the police and reported what had happened. Officers informed her that Caitlin would be arrested and questioned. Although the surgeon was taken into custody, she was later released because investigators found insufficient evidence, while Caitlin insisted that the encounter had been consensual. As if that burden was not enough, Charity has also kept quiet about the blackmail she suffered at Todd's hands. The threats began after the doctor uncovered the truth that baby Leyla is actually the daughter of Charity and Ross Barton. Those closest to Charity have noticed a dramatic change in her behaviour, but they mistakenly believe she is suffering from postnatal depression. As a result, Sarah Sugden has been left feeling guilty, convinced that she is somehow responsible for her grandmother's unhappiness. During today's episode, Charity sought out Cain Dingle, and the pair connected over the personal battles they are both facing. She urged Cain to be honest with Moira Dingle and Liam Kavanagh about the latest update regarding his cancer diagnosis. Surprisingly, Cain took her advice and finally opened up to them. Sadly, Charity has been unable to follow the same advice herself. Still unwilling to confide in anyone, she later found herself at odds with Mackenzie Boyd. While he was doing everything he could to support her, his concern only made her feel increasingly trapped and overwhelmed. Seeking an escape, Charity climbed into her car and sat alone with her thoughts. Overcome by despair and frustration, she let out a scream before driving away from the village. In tomorrow's episode, viewers will see Charity alone beside a lake. Struggling under the pressure of her secrets, she ignores repeated calls from Mackenzie, leaving him increasingly worried. Fearing the worst, he eventually contacts the police to report her missing. Charity is later discovered by a stranger who immediately senses how distressed she is. The newcomer encourages her to share the pain she has been carrying, but whether Charity will finally open up remains to be seen. 5 Emmerdale spoilers for tonight, as Lewis Barton's future hangs in the balance. Tonight's episode of Emmerdale brings major drama as Ross finally learns about Lewis's terrifying kidnapping ordeal. While searching desperately for his missing brother, Ross uncovers a shocking truth about Lewis's biological father. The question remains, can Kev rescue his secret son before it's too late? Elsewhere, Charity's emotional turmoil deepens, while Jai and Kerry find themselves at odds with Caleb and Billy. Ross has been under the impression that Lewis is away enjoying a trip with Vinny. However, his world is turned upside down when he receives a disturbing message claiming that Lewis has been kidnapped. The note warns that he will only be released unharmed if his father returns something called Penny to the mysterious captor. Determined to avoid involving the police, Ross begins searching for Lewis's adoptive father, Jeffrey, but his efforts lead nowhere. With few options left, Liam is forced to reveal a startling secret. Lewis's biological father is actually Kev. Meanwhile, Lewis remains trapped by newcomer Kylie, who soon arrives in the village and confronts Ross directly. She confirms that Lewis is being held captive and insists he will not be freed until Kev returns, Penny, which she describes as the most valuable thing in the world. The situation becomes even more alarming when Kylie warns Lewis that his life is in real danger. As panic grows, Liam tracks down Kev after persuading Claudette to reveal his location. He eventually finds him selling cakes from a van and brings him back to the village, where Ross angrily blames him for putting Lewis at risk. Kev then explains that Penny is not a person at all, but a valuable diamond that he previously pawned. Ross pressures him to recover it immediately, but there are signs that Kev may not be telling the whole story. At the same time, Charity and Cain share a heartfelt conversation about the difficulties they are both facing. Charity encourages Cain to open up to Moira and Liam about his cancer battle, yet she remains unable to discuss her own painful experiences with those closest to her. Believing his wife is suffering from postnatal depression, Mac confides in Chas that he feels helpless and unsure how best to support her. Chas, meanwhile, struggles with guilt over keeping the truth about Sarah and Jacob's baby hidden. Tensions rise further when Mac makes another attempt to reach out to Charity. Elsewhere, Caleb and Billy continue pursuing their questionable money-making venture, attracting Jai's suspicion. Kerry is also eager to repair her damaged relationship with Jai after he learned about her and Archie's scheme against Caleb. However, Caleb notices their tense exchanges and starts to suspect they are concealing something important. As Caleb begins digging for answers, the big question is whether he will uncover the secret Jai and Kerry are desperately trying to keep hidden. Emmerdale star speaks out on Victoria Sugden's future following ITV departure. Victoria Sugden's future in Emmerdale appears to have been clarified after viewers questioned whether the long-running character had left the soap for good. Fans became concerned earlier this year when Victoria abruptly departed the village after becoming entangled in a series of dramatic events. Her exit came after she accidentally caused the death of her brother, John Sugden, before later being publicly exposed by Joe Tate. Away from the screen, the actress who plays Victoria stepped away from the show to begin maternity leave and has since welcomed her first child. Before leaving the Dales, Victoria assured her brother Robert Sugden that she and her son Harry intended to return one day. Despite this promise, many viewers remained unsure whether the departure was temporary or permanent. Now, those concerns have been addressed, as the actress opened up about balancing motherhood with her television career. She admitted that becoming a parent has significantly changed her outlook and priorities. Speaking on co-star Danny Miller's podcast, You Don't Know You're Born, alongside Nigel Clucas, she discussed her future with the ITV soap and explained that she is still deciding when the right time will be to return. She revealed that juggling work and family life is now her biggest consideration, adding that feelings of mum guilt could influence any decisions she makes going forward. The actress explained that work had been the main focus of her life for 2 decades, but things have changed since becoming a mother. She also admitted that she has not yet settled on a definite return date, although a September comeback would be ideal if everything falls into place. She further praised the programme's producers for allowing her complete flexibility regarding her maternity leave, saying the decision over how much time she wanted away from the show was entirely hers. Meanwhile, the Sugden family is preparing for another major development during Victoria's absence. A new member of the famous clan is set to arrive in the village as West End performer Casey Al-Shaksi joins the cast as Serena Sugden. Serena will make her first appearance very soon, although the exact details of her connection to the family remain under wraps. Early reports have offered conflicting suggestions, with some claiming she is related to Robert Sugden, while others hint at links to Sarah Sugden. Viewers will soon discover the truth when Serena arrives, and her story begins to unfold. Emmerdale producer Laura Shaw has teased that the newcomer will play a significant role in several major storylines. She explained that the Sugden family remains central to the show, and described Serena as a character who will face difficult decisions with far-reaching consequences for a number of villagers. Emmerdale continues to air on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.